I had this idea that maybe you should give up sex for the next 10 weeks. You don't have to give up sex for the next 10 weeks. But
yeah, there's rumors going around that the whole Knicks team went celibate, no sex with their wives for 10 weeks, and there's a whole bunch of videos kind of proving that they actually did this to win the championship.
But like Spartans, you know what Spartans are? Right? They denied themselves, right, so that they could have an edge. Get the edge. Go home, talk to your wives.
He's talking about the Spartans, like the movie 300. It was very typical for people who went out to war. The men would completely isolate themselves from the women and only hang out with dudes, because there's a saying, iron sharpens iron, and they allow themselves to get stronger when they're isolated.
Tell them, don't tell them you're not going to have sex. Don't tell them it was my idea. But let them know what this is going to be like, what your commitment is going to be like, and how they're going to have to sacrifice too. Those concerns at home, they can't come on the court. They can't come into the practice. For the next 10 weeks, this has just got to be all about us and about how we play. It's not who we play, it's how we play. Because I believe this team can beat anybody in the NBA. We've already shown that we can. So it's not who we play, it's how we play. So when you go home and you talk to your brides and your significant others, I do want you to tell them one thing that I said. When we win the championship, right, we will get rings. And when we get rings, so will they. I will buy a ring for each one of your significant others. It's because their contribution is going to be very important to this team winning. And you know, if you don't have a significant other, most of you do, find someone that is sharing this journey with you for the next 10 weeks, and make that person come with you, right? And we'll give that person a ring.
Yeah, whether or not he's telling the truth around them going celibate or refraining from sex, I think the whole message to his speech is just like sacrifice, right? You sacrifice now for something greater, and this is what this practice of semen retention,
Ice has afforded me
of semen retention is in celibacy and nofap. It's a sacrifice for the greater good. And here is one of the players. His name is I believe it's Mikel, I think that's how you pronounce it, but Bridges. He's one of the top players on the Knicks, and he was drunk on a live, kind of exposing that they did 10 weeks of no sex. Check it out.
He brought his in saying 10 weeks, don't have no sex, lock in, a savage. Nigga's a savage. He could be a bigger savage if he built a practice facility in the city, but he's still a savage.
There's 10 minutes of this video, and the rest of him is just being drunk. But it's interesting, right? Because when you're drunk, like, the truth comes out, right? It's easier just to kind of speak the truth. Here's a talk show basically admitting that they found out that the Knicks went on a 10-week no sex ban. Check it out.
Hey, speaking of Sparks, 2 days after the Knicks claimed their first NBA title in 53 years, Mikal Bridges confirmed owner James Dolan issued a 10 weeks no sex ban prior to the team's big win. 10 weeks? Damn. Hold on. I mean, you heard, oh, Joe, you know the fight game, and Joe, you've heard fighters, they go away and no sex, and they want to build that testosterone. 10 weeks? Yeah.
And you know damn well none of them boys listen to that shit.
And if you don't know, the guy on the left, he's a talk show analyst, also played in the NFL. The guy in the middle, I believe he also played in the NFL. And the guy on the right, that's Joe Johnson, also played in the NBA. But they just said, basically, the Knicks did this 10-week no sex, and also talking how other professional athletes like boxers do the exact same thing before going into a fight.
NBA players?
You don't think so, Ocho? The majority the majority of them guys on the Knicks, though, they married. I ain't got nothing to say. Y'all ain't got nothing to say. Y'all don't think them dudes, y'all don't think they, I do. Yeah. Yeah. 10 weeks is a long time, though.
Yeah, it is. It is, especially when you used to going like every other day.
Yeah. When you go hard in the paint,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you say, "Hey, bad please."
Yeah. See,
Hey.
I know that's hard for you on Ocho, because y'all thinking like, here about every 2-3 days, I need to make this thing throw up. You know what I'm saying?
Every 2 or 3 days. I'm talking about every 2 or 3 hours. What the hell you talking about?
Hey.
What?
Hey, you know what? Hey, Joe, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm
And it's funny. I find it really interesting that this is a pretty famous show, and how this practice that we're practicing, guys, is getting more marketing. Like, this is a pretty big show, and I find it cool that they're talking about this right now.
I'm not as active as I used to be. You know, and I'm once every 2 weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with
talking
me.
about the release.
I'm gonna be honest. You know, we family. I can talk to y'all. You know, I know I play around a lot, but you can tell by my voice and my delivery, I'm not joking.
Yeah.
Like, you know, once every 2 weeks, sometime maybe, you know, twice in 2 weeks. I don't know why. I just maybe because I'm on the go so much.
Yeah. And wifey, she don't live with you, do she?
I know she here often. It feels like she did with me. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, look here. As I've gotten older, there are things, you know, I don't have the same level of appetite.
Right.
I don't work out like I once to, but that there.
Yeah, in Eastern philosophy, it's called the Taoist sexual practices. They say the older you get, like, the less you should release. And the guy in the middle, he's probably in his 40s, and maybe it's just his natural body telling him, like, yo, only like once every few weeks, like, it's better than, you know, they're talking about when they're younger, they used to do it all the time. But I think it's their body's way of, like, communicating with them to, like, hey, you gotta slow down, bro.